reason why I'm creating this video is to allow you to understand that even as a domestic worker in Bahrain, you can help yourself to legalize your stay here in Bahrain without consultation of a legal practitioner or without the help of your embassy, but only yourself and the LMRA. Thanks again for watching this. Thanks again for joining me on this channel. And if it's your first time you're joining here, please hit that subscribe button because there are so many things that you're going to learn here. You will be motivated here. You can also get some information that are very important for you as a worker and as an expert in Bahrain, and also as that person who wants to come to work and live in Bahrain. So let's get started. Welcome back to my channel. My name is John Gora, and this is a very beautiful time that we have to speak about our welfare. Bahrain, as you all know, is one of the best places that you can live and work as an expert. It's one of the peaceful places that you will receive great hospitality and great people who have understanding and ready to help each other. So it's a great place that you want to be for the rest of your life, perhaps. So let's keep it here and let's find out why sometimes life becomes so difficult while you're living in Bahrain. One of the people who get it so tough are the ladies. I'm so sorry, maybe somebody would say that I'm wrong and I'm ready to be corrected, but this is a fact that most of our ladies who come to Bahrain to work, especially as domestic workers, find themselves in the wrong side of the law because of some small issues that they can really deal with personally without seeking help from friends or colleagues who perhaps don't even know what law requires for them to legalize themselves to work and stay in Bahrain. So what happens and what do you need to understand or to know before you get yourself on the wrong side of the law? So let's say, for example, you are an expert who came to Bahrain to work as a domestic worker, as a cleaner, as a security guard, or as an operational manager, or an HR, any kind of job. You are an expert that is working under a sponsored visa. Then something happens, you are terminated, something happens, your visa expires without your knowledge. Maybe company does it intentionally, or perhaps your contract expires, a 2-year contract expires, and your company tells you that they will not renew your contract, and your grace period has already expired, and you're having maybe a week or two to depart Bahrain. You're frustrated. You don't know where to start. You don't know who to ask. You've never thought about even, identifying some legal entities or institutions that can help you in such kind of a time to get yourself legalized to work and stay in Bahrain without chasing hide and seek with the police. Because this is generally what happens when most of us get themselves in such kind of a situation. Before you make any move, the best thing to always do is to make sure that you have cleared with your current employer, or sometimes you can call it a former because your contract has already expired and you are no longer working together. So they are your former or they are your current. Make sure you do a clean clearance with them. If you're a domestic worker, you're allowed in Bahrain. You can come out of domestic working to get outside here to get some work which is not a domestic job. You can change that visa into a sponsored visa or a visa that I will be talking about in a nutshell. So what is the clearance? Clearance means that you leave each other without a stain, or maybe not understanding each other. Means that you hand over any property of this company, any property of that house that you are having or you are possessing. This could be a mobile phone, this could be a car, this could be their house, this could be files, there's so many things that you can be having as an employee that belongs to the company or that belongs to the house or to the person who employs you as domestic worker. So these things must be handed over to the owner before you depart, and make sure that there is a contract that is signing you out of that company. This is where sometimes we mess as employees and we get ourselves chasing each other with our former employers. Before you leave a company, you must have a clearance form. This form is a form that will guarantee you safety outside there, to mean that the company is not holding you on anything that you previously possessed. So these clearance forms are always available within the companies, and if they are not, you need to request for such kind of a form so that you fill it and sign it to mean that you have left that place peacefully, without destroying anything, without stealing anything, without having anything in possession that belongs to your former or current employer, as we are referring to them. So after doing this, what is the next step? The next step is not to start rushing into asking your friends, within Bahrain, asking them what to do and all the rest. What you need to understand here, Bahrain as a country, their labor laws are instituted. They are put in such a way that even a simple, the last person that you can think about who can't even speak English, I want to talk about this, and don't feel bad that I'm talking about this. Bahrain is a country where even if you cannot speak a language that maybe a person you get at the reception understands, and especially that is when you get to the government section, they will always provide you somebody who can help you to translate whatever you want to say, and also translate from the other side, so that the two of you, even though you don't have a common language, you can understand each other and clear your cases. So this is what happened. When you are in a situation that I talked about at the beginning of this conversation, what you need to know is there are legal entities. These legal entities and institutions are, one of them, the embassy consulate. The second one is the government organizations itself, the LMRA, or you can get some legal practitioners who can help you to get to the next stage. But then there is always something that you also want to ask yourself. I don't have money to pay a legal practitioner. I don't know where our embassy is. Like, for example, the Kenyans don't have an embassy. Even though we have embassy representatives, you cannot reach them. You are somebody who's been working in a house, a domestic worker who can't reach these people. What next do you have to do? The institutions and provision of these services is so clear and easy to get. Their website is down there. You can click and find some resources that are very important for your help. The reason why I'm creating this video is to allow you to understand that even as a domestic worker in Bahrain, you can help yourself to legalize yourself, stay here in Bahrain without consultation of a legal practitioner or without the help of your embassy, but only yourself and the LMRA. And there are some simple procedures that you can take to get yourself legalized after termination, to get yourself legalized after a contract is finished and your company is not offering you another contract. You can also legalize yourself if your visa is expired. Bahrain is that country that is so much hospitable that you can still get your way to legalize your stay here without rushing out, even after your visa has expired. So if it's your first time that you're watching this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification button so that you can receive everything that comes in the real time. So in a nutshell, this video is to remind you, as an expert who is working in Bahrain, whether as a domestic worker or somebody who is working on a sponsored visa or a work visa outside there, that when you have a problem, if you are terminated, if your visa has expired, if your contract is finished and you cannot get a job, you have gone for interviews and things are not working, you are a domestic worker, your contract is finished and you feel like you still don't want to go back to your country and you don't want to renew your contract there, there is no need for you to run away. There's no need for you to play hide and seek with your employer and the government. There are so many ways and channels, very simple and easy, that you can use to legalize yourself and stay and work in Bahrain without anyone chasing you up and down. But for the next episode, please keep it here. I'll take you through a process by which you can legalize your stay here in Bahrain without consultation of a legal practitioner or without the help of your embassy, but only yourself and the LMRA.